Welcome back to another YouTube video. Let's go. Welcome back to another YouTube video. And today we just playing 2K23, chilling and playing the music. Just doing my ass when I twerk. That nigga mad, that's that hurt. A bitch like me, yeah, I know my worth. Fucking with me, I ain't my own bread. You know niggas sleeping on put me in my throat. This shit grateful, you should be in a real bitch space. I got that Hellcat. Skirt off on a nigga soon as I get in this space. But the boots put away down this frontal. Can't afford to replace this place. Drop that bag on my purse. How you hit that behind the back? I don't own copyright.
No, be like this. It be like this.
I don't own copyright to this music.
Like get behind your horn, I be like this. What you doing, son? Digging that pussy. Dig it back down. What we doing?
Hey, bit of hold on. Hey, yo. Let out a freak, bit in front of back, try to live in the
drop a latch when I'm in a freak. Like a hoe to a knee.
Beat the hoe down, bitch, what the fuck?
Turn around, come suck to me. Wrap around, finna beat until she sleep. Get that pussy up, I don't ever see. Back a day like I'm on the cheese. Slow it down, baby, ride me like a Z. Because you gon' ride straight to sleep. Two hoes trying to tell me one key.
Baby, on the pill, was you getting beat?
Going ham on when I give a D. Going home, boy, gotta keep it P. Gotta go
hey.
Home, street. Yeah.
Shoulda bump it, move. Shoulda make that booty move.
And we be keeping on top of the move. There's some shit that we don't supposed to do. One of my bros.
So, let me put it the other way around. I think the prosecution will benefit in this, and this is why. If there's a hung jury, I think it's 100% chance the prosecution is going to want to retry Melly. And oftentimes, most people will tell you that the second trial, oftentimes the prosecutor has a greater advantage because a lot of the defense arguments that are made in the first trial, they're prepared for it. The defense's greatest strength in any case is the element of surprise. The prosecution has their case, they don't see the whole way that the defense does, and so the defense pokes those holes. When you go to a second case,
they need to go free my boy Melly and stop playing with him, man.
The prosecution has then strengthened their case. So if it is a hung jury, I think it benefits the prosecution because of what will ultimately happen in that second trial.
Yeah, they basically get a do-over. They get to see how it comes in, how the evidence is attacked, what the weaknesses and the strengths were of the presentation. So you just don't know when it comes to these things. All right, our next question is from Miss Duchess, Florida, FLA, and it's from Twitter, Offie. The judge said the jury could charge him with manslaughter instead of first degree, in which he was charged. Is that normal to give the jury the option to choose a lesser charge?
That definitely is normal. It's called a lesser included offense. So you always want to charge the defendant with the highest charge that you can get a conviction for. But there is also, I hate to call it a backup, so to speak, and you can get those lesser included offenses in there, and that's what manslaughter is. Something that I found so interesting and important during the jury instructions as well is the judge said you don't have to render a verdict.
Just sit, I'm not shooting no more.
Because there's reasonable doubt there. But if you have an overriding, abiding conviction of guilt, you don't have to render a verdict of not guilty. So I think that's also super important with respect to first degree murder versus manslaughter. I think it's going to be a lot easier to get that manslaughter conviction because of that jury instruction and just because of the lower threshold that comes with a manslaughter charge.
Bro, I can help you with your bill, bro, if you want me to, bro.
It's common, for these prosecutors to request a lesser included offense, and sometimes the defense does it too.
Bro, I can help you with your account, bro.
It does happen. So it just all depends on how they believe the jury could view the evidence once it comes in. All right,
I made the do got now.
Break. Keep the questions coming to us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. I think I got them all there. I might have repeated one. We'll be right back. Stay with us. We'll take more of your questions. I'm Antoinette Levy, and you are watching Law and Crime.
I'm a young ass. Hey, bro, I can't put your shit, bro. I can't help you with your account. Just send your information. I signed in and help your ass. Oh. Oh, but I said, 'cause I surely help you with that bill. Right, I'm finna add that back. Alright.
Ooh, I don't know, but that hoe with the she was licking blue juice. Shit was peachy, just like the fruit. She said that shit was fruit. I said that shit was goose. I just beat that pussy loose. Knocked them walls down, I like, hit that hoe like 1 or 2. 3, 4, 2 in that attic. Maybe I get behind you, alright. I do the hitman bitch. Then I do like this. What you do, son? Yo,
She sexy, she cool. She from East Atlanta, so she like to get loose. Oh God, Casamigo, yeah, do some shrooms. But if you wanna come, get my brother some, yeah. Bend over, come ride me like your Rover. All these VBS's, they get cold in Minnesota. Tuck me up, don't use your
Look, bitch, I thought I told you. She grabbing my bandana, why? Because I'm a soldier. Get freaky, she got a
tattoo right by her bikini.
That's that blick me. Trap me like
the demon while I hit the gas down Peachtree. Hit the club, throw a lot of money, baby.
we were doing that weekly. You gotta be sneaky. Oh shit. This nigga play weird. This nigga play weird. This nigga play weird. See, I know how he play now. Hell no, son. Watch how I play your ass. You wanna play weird? Wanna play weird? Lay up. Bitch! I bet. Oh. She. The way you put it on me, it took me higher. The way you work that thing, the way you work that thing, y'all is all of me. A crying shame. I know I don't been thinking about the day and night. You got that fire, girl. You got your work so bright. She moved me to the left, y'all, and back to the right. And straight down the middle. She works it all night. You got that fire. Oh, yes, you do. You got that fire. She got that fire. She got that fire. Oh, yes, you do. When you're looking for romance, when you're looking for love, the way you put it on me, it took me big. When you make that thing, the way you walk that thing, do all it all will be a crying shame. Oh, wee, baby, look what you done to me. With the fire, with a make of madness, she went to the left, y'all, and back to the right, and right down the middle. So work it all out, she got that fire. that thing. You better give that ball back. Oh, you fucked up. Oh, you just fucked up. Oh, yeah. She got that fire. Twerk that thing. You looking so good. You looking so good. You looking so good. You looking so good. You look so good. You look so good. You look so good. You look so good. Come on, come on, you look like fire. You got that fire. You got that fire. Baby, you know I like it. Yeah, you know I like it. Turn some of that old music on. We kiss each other all the time. Oh my God, this fucking jump shot, bro. We go on. We're not giving. We got too much to lose. And that's the point. That makes love affair. I understand when I'm trying to tell you, neither one of us. We don't even care. So long, we've been together. And we see
that does give them a slight advantage. And I think what Christine Bradley did, and she did it well, is she laid out the case. She laid out her foundation for saying why she believes, one, that the shooting occurred inside that car, and why she believes, two, that Melly was the one in the backseat inside that car. She now gets a chance to hear what the defense has to say, and then she will get the last word. So she does get an advantage. The prosecution is given that advantage, and the advantage is the last word.
Threads question for you, Brian Buckmeyer. Southpaw Mac asks,
But the road light went wrong.
Hey, I got it on, Jay. You better come look at it.
No judge or
your favorite rapper, you better come look at it.
Russian to get to that decision.
When I touch you, baby, the love is gone. It was.
They would have a week or probably 2 weeks at the very least. Until someone start asking questions of.
Free my nigga, man.
If it was a death penalty case, they're going to give them all the time in the world.
That's the trial, bro. I thought you said you
have any kind of influence on how or when they make the decision. That is an appellate issue, and you don't want that in a death penalty case.
Offie at Sundance JR from Twitter asks, why did YNW Melly send a drop pin to a friend to be picked up if the lone defense witness claims he was at home? Guilty.
So that's a good question. So then now we have to believe Melly using what we now believe is his phone, that 9807 number, or was it someone else? Because remember, nobody on the defense side has admitted that he was using the phone and that he dropped that pen. That's just an argument that we received from the prosecution. And it's also a very logical argument. Excuse me. It's a very logical argument. And again, the prosecution has done everything to point to the fact that that was his phone. He was using it. It was in constant use. We've got thousands of pictures and videos of Melly on his phone. So I think that, it's a great argument and a great position to believe that he dropped that pen and that it was him.
Terry Haley Perry from Facebook asks, why didn't they have Melly do a lie detector test or something of that sort?
That's an excellent question. Why didn't they also test him for, gun residue? They didn't do a lot as far as that's concerned. I'm not sure why they didn't do a lie detector test. That's something that's not usually admitted into court because it's not reliable, and they would prefer to, have reliable, credible witnesses on the stand or circumstantial evidence if they have it. And so the prosecution has used all of the circumstantial evidence that they have. They've done that cell phone tower, they've done the gun expert, they've done the DNA, they've done all of that, and that's how they're trying to prove their case, not with some lie detector, which, most courts have ruled don't have the reliability to be introduced into evidence because you could just be nervous and it could seem as though you were lying. So I'm assuming that's why they didn't bother to do a lie detector test for anybody, frankly. But they should have done some gun residue and some other testing and clothing gathering and all the things that the defense is saying the investigation did not follow through with.
Yeah, the polygraphs are inadmissible in court, but cops use them as like an investigative tool to try to detect deception, and you have to consent to it. I'm sure Melly didn't get a statement. He's not going to submit to a polygraph. Jeremy Lopez from YouTube, Brian, what verdict do you think will be the most likely outcome, and why would you say the prosecution proved without a reasonable doubt that Melly is guilty?
It's difficult not seeing all of the summations because if you had asked me this question before the prosecution did their closing, I would have leaned more to the defense. But now it seems that I think someone said it earlier, they really put together all the breadcrumbs really well. But as a defense attorney, I think of reasonable doubt as a whole. The prosecution, the better they are, the tighter and smaller that whole becomes. However, I don't think that hole is completely gone. I do think the defense has the ability to poke some holes, and I'll give some examples. The reason why I say that is the prosecution did a really good job of logical statement, and then made a leap and said, well, this is what that means. And that was their entire summation. Now, if you want to make the leap with them, for example, he's a blood, and we show him talking about being a blood, and he's a part of the gang. And when he kills him, he now gets more venues, and he gets more notoriety, and that's why he did it. But that seems like a very large leap to mean that's why he killed them. But the rest of that is logical. If the defense can open up that reasonable doubt, I think they'll do a very good job. But don't forget, the prosecution gets the last word. So I think right now it's anyone's game or anyone's case. So it's not a game.
This bitch up out of here.
Jeff Casey 8 from Instagram asks, is the jury allowed to ask questions when deliberating, such as why did the car stop and Melly get in? What was the reason for this? Or do they just have to make their own assumptions based on the evidence provided?
Great question. I really enjoy jury deliberations because we can tell a lot about what they're deciding between whether it's guilty or not guilty, or whether in this case it's going to be between the first-degree murder charge and the manslaughter charge.
Too love, I let you stay with me. I let you all them Glocks and J's with me. And I really want you tonight. Break your heart and send me is what I'ma do. Tonight, baby, so long. So baby, so long. So baby, so long. I'm not playing fair with my love no more. Feelings I just can't ignore. Heart breaks, we've been here times before. So baby, so long. I'm not playing fair. I'm not playing fair.
I just fucked up. Man, shut the fuck up, bitch. Stop playing like a bitch. I won't have to reach your bitch ass. You stop reaching out, pussy. Bitch ass nigga. It don't work for you. It work for me. I'm about to get your ass out of the court at 23. Nigga, I don't want to play. Free Melly today. I already know what the fuck going on. Nigga, I bust your ass in the face. Oh, shit. My board. My lay. Stop playing me. Get the fuck out of my way, nigga. The fuck? Free Melly today. Free them out of the courtroom. I'm finna fade that bitch. Oh. Today. So baby, so long. So baby, so long. Turn my shit back on. Oh baby, so long.
Do you like me?
Oh, me on here, you trying to fuck. Oh, nigga on the city out, bitch, up. What the fuck?
Bro, young nigga on that hand dog, baby, what's up? Young nigga tryna pull up on the shoulder.
Nah.
I know that love is fake, so keep that
shit away.
Baby girl, I'm funny to you, know we home, baby. Baby girl, I love you like I love that baby Katie. Baby girl, I love you, girl, you got that sweet cake.
Sweet cake, sweet cake. I might pack you up and put you in my suitcase.
Baby girl, you so damn fun.
I think I like you. I will never wanna like you.
Gotta think twice, gotta think tight. That bitch broke my heart. So damn fun, I think. Pull up, fuck the shoulder up. I know that love is fake, so keep that shit away. Baby girl, I'm funny to you, know we home, baby. Baby girl, I love you like I love that baby cake. Baby girl, I love you, girl, you got that sweet cake. Sweet cake, sweet cake. I might pack you up and put you in my briefcase. Baby girl, you so damn fine, I think I like you, but I never have.
When the lunch break ends, the jury will hear the closing argument from the defense. So keep your questions coming in. They're great ones as always, and we're going to answer as many of them as we can. Terry Austin, this
No! No!
Instagram. Well, I do. Gotta think twice, gotta think tight. And that is trying to say it's my fault. Had the key to your heart, but you switched the vault. Damn, I thought you the one, but look, baby, I thought I ain't bad with my love no more. Feelings I just can't ignore. Crazy been here done before. So long, I'm not playing fair.
And what he said was the
Playing fair. I'm not playing fair with my love no more. So long, I'm not playing fair with my love no more. Feelings I just can't ignore. Crazy been here done before. So long,
says to what's happening, and while they are, contradicting statements, I think it would be difficult to charge them with perjury at this point in time in any event. Brian, this next question is for you. It's from Breezy West from YouTube. Why
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla.
Hey,
shoot inside?
that was my idea. I did that.
The drive-by.
Lowe's knows pros deserve the best deals. That's why MVP's bonus days are back, where all pros get great deals. And MVP's members earn up to 3 times the bonus points on select products. Take advantage of our MVP's bonus day savings now.
These other two people, or whatever they do, or why we settle in the drive-by shooting, maybe the shots went off.
Let's take this money to the fucking stratosphere.
The money. It's money. It's money. It's money. It's money. Oh, let's go there. Let's get it poppin'.
And that bitch a fact. Left or right, my past. I drink some 20 on this dime. Call the snitch and he ain't lies. Got that chop, I let it blast. Nigga, fuck that bitch real fast. Louis Spindle's brand new max. Bitch, I'm fresh, I'm getting this I can sit up on my ass.
I ain't no dice, Johnny.
Don't talk to me, I'm feeling
Start running. Her bro wants some money. Little black he done.
Bitch, we back on the throne, ready to fuck up the phone. It's money, it's money, bitch, I'll make some brand new money. It's money, it's money.
Hey.
It's money, it's money, I just make some brand new money. It's money, it's money. Little bitch, she dish, with my little bitch, she bad.
But I love the little I can it. Alright. My bitch go banana.
My little bitch too handy. My bitch but they work. Don't go broke like hands. Gotta keep the dish. On the shit to jam up. Fresh up out the brakes.
Fresh about the bitch. I'm fresh about the minute, bitch. I get the fucking hand, bitch. I got the fucking minute, bitch. I got the fucking hand, bitch. I wanna play my minute, bitch. Got the fucking 30 hit. For million, I can go hide the motherfucker.
Bitch, so we're feeding the
Buy money, that is.
yeah, my niggas, they ain't hungry, yo, nigga. I got 150 wrapped around my wrist. Hey, he not just rapping, no,
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. It's money, it's money. My little bitch back, and my little bitch back.
$500,000 on the neck, nigga. 40 on the fingers, nigga. We didn't get started on the wrist, nigga. Don't get me started, nigga.
Fuck that little nigga. You better get out my way. I'm dunking on your bitch ass every fucking day.
They did verge off in different directions. Stopped the location. She said, well, I believe that's when they started
Hey. Hey, tell her, Melly, tell her, Melly, for the next 2 on. Good, Melly. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck, hey, Russell and Phil. They fly together. That make me a suck.
Don't fuck with nobody.
No. I want to know about some money. Bro, that shit called flush. I'm in Sac Atlanta. I'm looking for river, but no, I'm some people though.
She gotta be thick as hell.
Big, but you know, no skin on no.
47. That bitch look like a DE. I hit it with.
And you fine fuck, bro. You fine fuck, bro. Your land, your little bit of broke ass. They hate when they love it. They regret what they said, but I don't sell it. They carry their body the whole time. You was that's crazy, but that's what that real bad. He be speaking that mind, that boy with the shit. These rap niggas beautiful. They be ready to kill your old bitch. Hold on, I got them white niggas go put their hoe up. She eat a dick and she throw up.
He try to get me to blow up.
Boom.
I'm VVS to the floor up. Make your ring look like a donut.
I get this shit with a lump.
Free all them real ones who gelling in Beaumont.
They can do nothing with it. Beefing on who I ain't nothing with it. I'm hearing shit. So nothing but big shit. You can get that
Draco was under me. That bitch in my lap now.
Come and get it.
You can gain no points. Run up if you want, shoot this bitch through the window.
Like, ooh, he vibes. They ain't dropping nothing. Ooh, he silent. They making no room. But nobody believe him. That shit is no pride. My side made hope. She doing pussy. They're doing no shit. Remember when I was broke? Now they like, damn, now look at Rich. Don't act like you're over, nigga. Oil fees, I did it, you ain't roll that nigga. Like I catch them in traffic, I hold that nigga, put that shit on my granddaddy. But I'm back. I just act. Sure, bitch. They got prices on who? They say they got prices on who head. 32 shots in this got 17, and bitch, you'll be 32 dead on me.
I hit that bitch with my foot in her neck. Sleeping on me now, cooking his nigga.
38, nigga said,
Put some baguettes in the cardiac space.
I'm back in. They fuck me back then. Not how I tap in. I pull up with a Mac 10. If she give you the pussy and you tell a bitch that mean you a rat ass. I don't want no bottles, I don't want some weed. Just give me your back end. I'm going back in. Turn that shit on. Slimy, don't fuck with me, bitch. Say don't fuck around me. Let's go. Slimy, can't fuck with the bitch. Say don't fuck around me. Waiting on my downfall, this shit was perfect timing. Throw mud on my neck, these niggas didn't want to see me shining.
Don't know it was like I did it.
Them diamonds. Can't fuck nigga, bitch. Stay the fuck around me. Waiting on my downfall, this shit was perfect timing. Throw mud on my neck, these niggas didn't want to see me shining.
Don't know it was like I
Nigga made diamonds. Got something with that. Who could be against you? Get shot pop. But I do that. They thought I was down bad. But I came back up like nigga. And put this on power when they got this fat like this. Well, yeah, brute bread with. Say nigga try to count me out. Nigga say got love for a nigga. Turn around try to cost me out. I ain't got shit for a nigga. They say the hate be real. That love be fake. I ain't gonna take it from a nigga. I done show you, had to cut my left hand and to save my right. The same nigga
you doing with?
Be the ones that right.
The ones ain't right.
I done did time for niggas. I said I was lying for niggas. When I was can't take my spot for niggas. These niggas don't appreciate shit. These niggas are great. As soon as you get on the shit they on, these niggas gon' hate. Talk about too lame for that. Wanna bust your brain for that. If I did to you what you did, that mean how the fuck you feel about that. Let everybody think about you. Let everybody shoot. Let life feel like fuck. Everybody gotta work my move. I God for this. I put in time for this. Takes off my heart. I won't let die for this. Lying.
Fuck with you, bitch, ain't fuck my
Waiting on my downfall. This shit was perfect time and no mud on my name. The deal was in the sky.
you don't know that puss like that shit.
They like diamonds. Can't fuck with you, they stay the fucking rhyming. Waiting on my downfall. This shit was perfect time and no mud on my name. They want to see me shining.
you don't know that puss like
They like diamonds. Oh, who could be against?
I went before the case myself right. It's all right.
Waiting on my downfall, this shit was perfect time. If the mud on my name, but they wanna see me shine.
Hi, welcome to Law and Crime. I'm Anjanette Levy, and thanks for being with us on the Law and
I'm just bumping my daddy music chat. I'm just bumping my daddy music chat. Let her go down. Let a nigga ride for you. When a nigga die for you. When they come down, so that way they
When a nigga ride for you, when a nigga die for you, if he come down to it, will he die for you?
tell me, will it go down? Will a nigga ride for you? Will a nigga die for you? If I come back to that, will they ride for you? I'll fight for you. Jump on my daddy shit, man. Will they ride for you?
Will a nigga die for you, when they come down to it, will he die for you?
First of all, I ain't doing time for nothing, nigga. Got kids out here, gotta take care of my family, nigga. You said you a grown man to take all that. Till about I thought that time when you was on that bullshit. I didn't do much violence, just get money.
Took the streets from the streets and only wanted
It ain't about you and how you go about it, nigga. You gotta take a look yourself. When you're locked up, it really who down for you. And what them silly assholes don't still ride for you. Out of sight, out of mind, boy, this shit real. The world still gon' turn. Why you still see her go down? Will a nigga ride for you? Will a nigga die for you? If they come down to it, will they die for you? Will they go down? Will a nigga ride for you? Will a nigga die for you? If they come down to it, will they die for you? Will they go down? Will a nigga ride for you? Will a nigga die for you? If they come down to it, will they die for you? I give a fuck how a nigga feel about me walking around the streets feeling like fuck everybody.
When I was in the gym, but all of a sudden you come from my
You hear I'm ballin' for the rest. People don't come around you unless you got something to give. Suck a nigga dick, bitch, get it how you live.
When I was locked up in them chains,
Try to dog a nigga. Told me stop calling nigga.
it ain't but a handful that don't roll for me.
Beat that nigga go and used to wipe a nigga nose for me.
Used to hear the guns of mom still close for me.
Don't mess up my music.
Could have shot.
Bro, don't mess up my music while I'm on the 10 game street. You're gonna be one court, bro.
Hey, look, they got hot top cherries or low top cherries.
High top. What kind you got?
I'm getting a low top.
Oh, alright, me go finna get both my music. I'm on the game street. Great, bitch, got up.
We was
Throwing back to all them hoes, pulling out the bag.
out of everything, my nigga never called me.
Pull the ticket out his head, tell the next week. I can't let a nigga king over ride for you. Behind my brother, I make anything ride for you. Won't put your name in the song if I ain't love you, nigga. Because I'm for you, nigga. Just like my back and keep me covered. I love you, nigga.
Go down, the nigga ride for you. The nigga die for you. When they come down to it, when they lie for you.
thinks that at this point in time he should be free. The judge can say, let me hear from both sides. The prosecution can say, no, I think the original conditions remain, and they think that he may be a threat. They will argue that, and then the judge will decide whether or not he can walk out at that point in time. Now, I will say the prosecution will have to determine whether or not they're going to bring charges again. So if they determine at some point that they are not going to bring charges, he will go free. So they will have to make that determination at some point in time.
All right, this question, Brian, from TikTok. YNW Melly's defense saying he types dat with a D, different from that with the THAT. Is that good evidence? And this comes from Melly Lover 1.
I think it's good evidence, and Melly, what was the name of the person? Anyways.
Melly Lover 1 is the person asking you.
That's what I thought. Well, Melly Lover 1, I think it is a great argument. Anytime a defense can take what the prosecution is putting forward as a strong argument, that being, hey, after this,
Your mouth said it, but your heart don't feel the same. No, I'm just keeping it gangsta. Don't tell me that you love me when you really don't. Don't say that you gon' ride when you really won't. I want a hug, I want some love, sometimes I really don't. I'm just a thug without no love, that's why my feelings gone. Don't say that I can call when I really can't. Don't say that you be down when you really ain't. You can't say that's why I'm proud, but she don't know that I ain't.
You might say it, but your heart really feel the same.
That's from Twitter.
No.
From what I understand, if
Yo, chat, what up, chat?
He gets life or the death penalty, correct? I'm aware that Florida has no control. I'm wondering if there are in-between charges that I
No. I'm talking about music back on.
It's the same. Nah. When we hit me and shit, I'm just speaking fake shit. With the wrong people I love, and I wish that I could get it back. On the real, just to get you hurt. It seems like love is the new hate. Look, like it's the new real. Suffocated by betrayal, don't know why I take the talk. I don't fit to people no more, but when they get mad, all they do is talk. You're supposed to be the one that I call on when I need to talk. I guess your heart can feel the same way that your mouth feel like I've been sliced with a razor blade thrown in the alcohol. Really hurt you the most when you've been betrayed by your day one nigga. Keep my back against the wall. I was hoping to scope them all, but these so-called bitches are real niggas. Don't tell me that you love me when you really don't. Don't say that you gon' ride when you really won't. I want a hug, I want some love, sometimes I really don't. I'm just a thug without no blood, that's why my feelings gone. Don't say that I can call when I really can't. Don't say that.
So that's what Google told me about that. Okay, so our next question comes from, let's do this one. McGee_8789 from Instagram. Terry, so now that all the evidence is shown, the state still failed to put a weapon in Melly's hand. Will this play a huge factor in getting a good verdict?
Well, according to the prosecution, she thinks she has put a weapon in his hand, but not literally, because as we know, there is no gun in this case that has been located. So she believes that she's put the weapon in his hand because of the ballistics and the trajectory of the bullet. She's saying that it could have only come from the back seat on the passenger side, and she's saying that he got in the car and that's where he was sitting. So to your point here, I do believe that, there is no gun, and if there was a gun, it would make it much easier for the prosecution, but she's making a leap, as Brian said earlier, that because of the positioning of the parties, that it was Melly who had that gun. I do think the jury is going to pause there. We've seen cases where
This game is some fucking shit, bro. This game is ass. Terrible, bro.
A conviction, and I think that is something the jury is going to be thinking about. Well,
I say Rooktown. I mean, shit, not Rooktown. Nuketown.
The jury might say that there was a gun in Melly's hand, and there's no gun residue.
Yo, ass some shit, bro. You the ass love for what I ever say. I'm trying not to fade and cook your shit, bro. But you.
Melly Lover 2.0. I'm giving you all the Melly Lovers, Brian, from TikTok. This is Melly Lover 2.0. I wonder if 3.0 is there somewhere. Why was Bortman let out when all the evidence is all to him, but Melly is sitting in jail and they have no evidence on him? So if Melly is found not guilty, can the state be sued?
I wish states can be sued for that. Be a very successful defense attorney, but unfortunately, no, you cannot do that. And to answer the first question, I believe the idea is that Melly, even though the prosecutor kind of backtracked a little bit in their summation, Melly is a shooter based on the trajectory of the bullets, and that Bortland, whether it be Bortland or Cortland Henry, he is not what we call the principal, not the one who's actually doing the shooting. He might have participated in some way, shape, or form, but he's not the actual gunman. So I think in that distinction, Henry was given house arrest because he was able to make the argument that he should not be within jail pending this case, and Winder v. Melly lost that argument because the evidence against him says that he is the shooter.
Well, you the sorriest little foot I ever played.
Afi, this is from Instagram and the Bull_Rex. The prosecutor is saying Melly shot them and sent a pin to Fredo, but Fredo never picked him up. So where did he go when Bortland went to the hospital?
Well, we do know that a pin was sent to Fredo. We don't know for sure whether he picked him up or not. We have no testimony from people who were actually there immediately before, during, and after the murder. From comments that I've read outside the evidence that's presented in court, he was picked up by Fredo and they returned to Fredo's house. But we saw in court, whereas
damn, I didn't know I was gonna get that done.
Alibi with this that Melly switched cars and was at home, and then later everyone went to Fredo's house. So I'm not sure.
He just cooked my shit. I ain't gonna lie. But I can't lose. I've been winning every fucking game. I cannot lose.
Another question for Terry. This is from Blackberry from YouTube. Adrian Davis gave a statement a year or two before stating the same thing he testified to. Didn't Travion say he was in the red car years ago, then changed after threatening jail time?
Well, we do know that Travion gave a prior statement because we heard the prosecution giving him information to refresh his recollection. So, you know, based on that, he had a prior statement.
This nigga, man, so weird. This nigga weird as fuck.
Prior statement, and she had to refresh his memory about specifics in terms of timing and whether or not Melly came home or he came to Fredo Bang's house. I don't remember or Adrian Davis that he had a prior statement.
You better fucking win.
If that's the case, I don't recall hearing him being asked about that statement and saying anything that's inconsistent. So if he did make the statement, he probably testified similar to what he said during that statement. And
you fucking
the
lost.
real issue here is whether the jury is going to believe those two witnesses, because again, those two individuals were the ones who were there at the evening and they had opposing statements essentially on that.
Cannot
lose! Said that Melly got in the car, that was Adrian Davis, and the other said, nope, Melly stayed in the car where he was because everybody was in the same car where they started out at the studio. So we'll have to see what the jury thinks about those two opposing views.
All right. Well, Terry, we are going to let you go and grab a bite to eat before court resumes at 1:30. So thanks for being on and coming on with us. Brian and Afi and I will be back in just a minute. So stay with us as we take this quick break and we'll get to more of your questions. I'm Anjanette Levy and you're watching Law and Crime.
Okay, you gotta be one of the asses game. Run out of fucking tape, 2K. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, bro. Hey! I've been shot the ball! Oh, it's just fucking game. Always. Oh my God. Okay, he ain't gotta say no more. Fuck it. Yeah, this game ass. This game is straight fucking ass. That's why bitch ain't buying 2K24 now. This shit ass. I'm going back to 22. I'm finna live stream on 22. This shit ass. I'm terrible. This shit terrible.
Stop! I'm saying I'm in trouble. Hey, bro, if you're an older sibling, send this to your mom. Oh, you sent it? You sent it for real? Oh, you want bold ass bitch, but it's okay. We're gonna get into it. Mom! First of all, I know I'm your favorite. Okay, number one. Number two, I just want to say, hey, bro, if you're an older sibling, send this to your mom. Oh, you sent it? You said it for real? Oh, you want bold ass bitch, but it's okay. We're gonna get into it. Mom! First of all, I know I'm your favorite. Okay, number one. Number two, I just want to say that I appreciate all your hard work. But the question that I want to ask is,
who trying to run?
Where are you working hard, and what is the hard work going towards? Because every time I look up and check my motherfucking phone, your youngest child is asking me for money. Like, bitch, where is your mom? And she got one more time to sneak into my closet and take some shit out my closet, and I'm gonna whoop your ass. Because apparently you stopped whooping ass after me. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And if something don't get done, I'm putting your loose ankle ass in motherfucking Shady Rest Retirement Home. Okay? But I love you, boo, and keep your head up, baby.
He said, you changed. No. I just can't hang with you. I didn't change. I just reevaluated the priority of my parameters. Said, you changed. No. I just can't hang with you. I didn't change. I just reevaluated the priority of my parameters. Said, you changed. No. I just can't hang with you. I didn't change. I just reevaluated the priority of my parameters. Said, you changed. No.
If your suicide attempt would have worked, how long has it been since we would have lost you? Suicide attempt would have worked. How long has it been since we would have lost you? If your suicide attempt would have worked, how long has it been since we would have lost you? If your suicide attempt would have worked, how long?
Welcome back. I'm Anjanette Levy, and thanks for being with us during the lunch hour here on Law and Crime as we take your questions in the Brian W. Melley double murder trial. That case, by the end of the day, will be in the hands of the jury. The state finished its closing argument right before the lunch hour, and at 1:30, so just in a matter of minutes, it will be the defense's turn to give its closing and make its final pitch to the jury in this case. So let's get to more of your questions while we have this little bit of time left. Scully Wolf from YouTube, Afi, will Melley be completely free if charged, not guilty, or I guess they mean if he's guilty?
Yes, he will be completely free.
Period. That was a quick answer, yeah. Not much explanation there, so the answer is yes. Carrie Trinan from YouTube, Brian, do you think the state proved without reasonable doubt murder? I think they did prove he was there, but not exactly murder. I need to know if I'm not crazy on this one. Do you agree?
Well, I'm just an attorney. You shouldn't take my diagnosis for being crazy or not crazy, but in this, I do not think you are crazy. I think there are enough holes here that raise enough questions. I think even from this Q&A, I'm just hearing a lot and learning a lot from you all.
If your suicide attempt would have worked, how long has it been since we would have lost you?
Tie those to any of the elements of the crime, because it's one thing to have a question and be like, well, why did Brian W. Melley get out of the car?
No, you're not gonna call me no bitch, 'cause I'm not no
Post a picture of your dog. That's reasonable.
So you have to calm down and
Well, I ain't got to come to you. Ain't the only doctor.
Some people's
you have to act like you got some sense.
I didn't say that. I said he ain't the only doctor.
The doctor said you have to act like you have some sense.
I got some sense. You kiss my ass. I'm tired of you fucking with me. I ain't talking about the doctor. I'm talking about your black ass.
Here's the thing that I have learned about
Showing out all morning.
Showing out.
John has been carried on. I don't know what's wrong with him.
I don't see nothing to be laying here
I'm
about.
trying to rub his arm like he told me.
Get your damn hand
Every
on
time I
me.
try to rub it, he said, no,
All right, I'm gonna get the mind. Keep on, keep on. I don't care what about going.
He wants to tell you, doctor, tell you to
He
calm
can't
down.
tell me shit.
He said he could, you hear doctor, he said he couldn't tell
heard
you
and learned from
I
listening
don't know,
to
he's been,
fingerprint.
You keep fucking with me and then lying to the doctor and he crazy enough to believe.
you have to calm down and
Well, I ain't got to come to you. Ain't the only doctor.
And those types of things are just not always there, and sometimes they're not a from the show, it's just a partial, and they have to have so many points in order to make an identification to a certain person. Keep in mind in this case, the state says they have some DNA evidence on a door handle, and that they also have surveillance video showing Melly getting into the vehicle. So there you have it about fingerprints. Offie, if you disagree with me, feel free to chime in.
And I don't want that they calling me splurge. Let me jump right on the curb. This right fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal on what you heard. Crack up the phone, I swear. Keep me a stick, they purge. And I don't want that they recommend it. Okay, she's fine, come on. She cool, she from East Atlanta, so she like to get loose. Casamigo, yeah, do some strong, 21. But if you wanna come, give my brother some. Bend over.
Pop-out trial from YouTube. Brian, do you think the experts that testified are reliable since there were mistakes made during the case?
How do I answer this properly? I think that they were reliable based on what they were given. It's like asking someone, what's the weather like in a place that you're not there? And I go to my app and I say, okay, in Kingston, Jamaica, according to my app, it's 95 degrees and it's really hot. Now, if the app is incorrect, am I reliable or am I not reliable? It all depends on what information is inputted. And so I think the defense can kind of walk a fine line of saying, we told you from day one this investigation was botched. It's maybe not the expertise of the expert that is incorrect, but the information that was inputted to the expert, and that's why the results are off. So I'm not sure if it's they being unreliable or reliable. It might just be that the investigation didn't provide enough for them to give the perfect answer or the most correct answer. I don't know. It all depends on the investigation. I don't think this was the greatest investigation in the world, so I do have some doubts about their findings, especially in the trajectory.
What you told Jay something about some seafood?
I ain't tell Jay nothing about seafood. Jay said he wanted seafood. If I get him
present the facts well, follow up.
I don't want no seafood.
What you want?
I want to get my food now.
They piecemealed a lot.
I want Chinese food. I want you know that food you brought home.
I think I said earlier.
Then when I showed you the bag with the body in the trunk.
With the body in the trunk.
Yeah.
They're doing a very good job with that.
Come on, what I was eating that day?
It was rice and some type of
Japanese food.
Japanese food.
No, we don't understand
What you want?
why this person would kill two of his friends.
Same bunch of seafood with the same.
Elementary school. They were friends. They lived together. Is money the motive? How much money was on the line? Who was the owner? How much was he earning? So I think
if your suicide attempt would have worked, how long has it been since we would have lost you?
to give us a motive, I think that's what the jurors are going to want to understand.
I think the jurors always want to know the why. I mean, I think we all, as human beings, want to know the why, always. But as you mentioned, Offie, they're not required to present that. They're not required to prove motive. But it's helpful. And they claim, Melly was getting 10 grand here, 15 grand there from TAC, and Sal was asking him for money, and apparently there was $16 million going into TRAC's account. We don't know if that was all from Melly. We don't know if that was all Melly money. It could have been other things. We're just not sure yet of that. So our next question comes from Michael Jorgensen, Brian, and Michael is a frequent question asker here during our Q&A.
Hey y'all, I need y'all to come say this. Hey y'all, I need y'all to come say this quick prayer with me because they trying to say I got pneumonia in both of my lungs and but my God is bigger, so come pray with me. Father God, thank you for revealing. I come against pneumonia. I come against acute chest. I declare and decree total restoration over my body. Heal me from the crowns of my head to the soles of my feet. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Amen. Hope y'all have a great day. Stay blessed. Be blessed.
His participation or his association with the gang, and then
I need y'all to come say this quick prayer.
Benefited him afterwards, like him getting more notoriety or him getting additional venues. Almost. Raps in a genre of music where violence is part of your play. It's part of your legacy. I don't anybody knows himself. Almost. That's another step too. He doesn't seem to believe it. So I don't think she believe it. I don't think she said what force her voice. I think it's a wrong part. It's not one of the elements of advancing the game position.
I'm going to answer this next question really briefly. Daz Merchant from Instagram, did the prosecution make a mistake not trying both Cortland and Melly together? No, because Melly was facing the possibility of the death penalty, so they couldn't be tried together. And Cortland Henry is not facing that potential death sentence. So let's get to another question here.
Find great stays across the USA.
Vacation ideas?
How about over the pool? Hotel and baseball town?
That would be awesome. Arguments such as Melly didn't want to leave any witness, and he didn't tell Henry. Does this state have this type of room for errors?
The star made his debut at the Even Wrestle McIntyre, putting up somewhat of a good fight, but did 4 weeks The young star has a lot to prove. He is well and truly a part of the NOI family. His real name is Joseph Fatu, and while he has wrestled under the name Solo Sikoa in WWE, he has also wrestled as Sefa Fatu. His father is none other than the WWE legend Rikishi, and his brothers are the current undisputed tag champs Change and the Usos, which makes Roman Reigns his uncle. In real life, brothers are not cousins with Jay and Jimmy. His chemistry with the two of them should be off the charts, which will again lead to helping the Bloodline to become an even bigger force in WWE than the faction is right now. The youngster has a lot to prove, given that he is immediate family.
What is the motive to end his life? So I think there are a lot of questions that are left open, and she's asking us again to make a lot of leaps of logic.
In the last couple of years, doing business, and let us an update with historical. He is just the latest member of the WWE, member of the group Oda Vikings, professional wrestler, and the Tonga Kid. He is also a cousin to the Hollywood star, The Rock, although they are not biologically related.
That's a great question.
The Anoa'i family is a family of professional wrestlers from American Samoa whose family members have comprised several tag Vega, Prince of Dwayne Johnson of St. Lena fame, Prince of Dwayne Johnson, who wrestled as Rocky Maivia and The Rock before establishing himself as an actor. Other stables established by the Samoan Wrestling Federation as NWA in 1990. They were in 1990s. Collection as the head stations included producing a professional wrestling tag team consisting of
and we did it. Now, if we checked our phones, would there be any communication as to why we pulled over to get food? No. Two vehicles traveling to the same place, they can do this thing called talking out the window.
I feel cheated. My bathroom is 11 years old, and I needed to get it redone. I went to a couple contractors, and they all quoted me between $15,000 to $20,000.
phone shows you your top 4 best friends now? Tap and hold.
Is he guaranteed to be on a federal level or outside of the state? I'm not sure, but I certainly doubt that he's going to face any charges in this case.
Yeah, it seems like that would already happened if they were going to do that. Let's see. If there is a hung jury, Brian Buckmeyer, do you think Nelly will get a bond while waiting on a new trial? This comes from Brittany Garcia from YouTube.
Yeah, so there will definitely be the argument if there is a hung jury, and based on the numbers, either side would have a stronger argument. What I mean by that, if it's 9 to convict and 3 to acquit, the prosecution would say, hey, we were almost there. We were 3/4 of the way there, and so we at least feel that he is still a danger. There are civilian witnesses who could be tampered with, there are people who could be lost or murdered or whatever it may be. We want the remand or no bond or bail to be instituted. But if it's 9 to 3 or any kind of positive number towards acquitting, I think the defense has a very strong argument as to why he should be given at least some form of bond. You shouldn't be held indefinitely without the possibility of bail for most crimes. Many argue that murder, depending on the circumstances, would include that as well. So I think there's an argument for it. Whether or not the judge will agree, that's yet to be decided or seen.
All right, well, that's all.
Do you know Instagram shows you your top 4 best friends now? Tap and hold the share button.
Oh man. Fuck the TV. That's fun.
Is he a principal or a shooter? That's what the state addressed you folks just a few moments ago before he went to lunch. And the reason they said that is because they don't know.